Hello there, and welcome to a spooky episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Reid. And we have a new video to watch, so that's exciting. It literally dropped while I was recording a video on glitter and lasers. It's an okay video. I don't know about this one, I haven't watched it yet, but the video I did on glitter and lasers, it's alright, I guess. It's kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, this is Amber's newest video. It's, as of this recording, an hour old. It's answering popular questions, highly requested. How I'm really feeling. Officially signed the lease. A what? And shopping. Okay, I haven't watched this one yet, which is probably going to bite me in the ass. But I thought she'd already signed her lease. Or maybe she just got approved? Like, wasn't that like a month ago now? Maybe 2 weeks ago that she was like, you guys, I'm signing the lease. Oh my God. I don't know. I must be crazy. So, before we get started, thank you to all of my subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you to my members. You guys also rock. And thank you to everyone who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Ding. And yeah, Amber sped up to time and a quarter. If you are new here, I am an anthropologist by training. I am an archaeologist retired, and those are my credentials. I've studied evolutionary diet and human evolution. Those were my focuses, well, in human osteology, while I was in my undergrad, which took longer than it should have. I should have a story time. Y'all should send me questions sometime, and I might do a story time. Maybe when I get to 2,000 subs, I will do a Q&A. It'll be really interesting because I'm not that open of a person. Anyway, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen here. I can guess, but it's got to be more interesting than that last glitter and lasers video I watched. So paint drying is more interesting, but let's get into this.
Welcome to a new vlog. I know you saw me in this outfit in my last vlog.
Yes, we did, because I know a lot of people have been giving her shit for these earrings, but I really like them. I actually really like these earrings. Would I wear them? I don't know. Given the right outfit, maybe. She did say at the end of the last video that she was going to record another vlog, sorry. But that was like a week ago. So I guess we're getting one vlog a week right now.
But we're starting a new one today. I actually just posted 2 TikToks. A Trisha Paytas one, just moments that I love from frenemies. I've been doing that. It's the second one I've done. And then just like another like challenge trend type thing.
TikTok's garbage. I'm sorry. I love how proud she is. You guys, I've already posted 2 more TikToks. Like, all right. Personal opinion. I think TikTok's garbage, and I think it is more distracting and detrimental to the human race than YouTube. But, however, people were saying the exact same crap about YouTube when it started, so there you go. Do I think it's going to be long-term more damaging? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the visual internet. It's kind of like, you know, back when Google was like the wild, wild west and it hadn't started cracking down on bullshit. I feel like TikTok's kind of in that stage right now where pretty much anybody can put a TikTok up saying damn near anything, and there's no real accountability from TikTok about keeping information clean. If you can hear my cat meowing, I apologize. What are you doing? Iki, or Bragner. Come here, buddy. Bragner. Come here. Come here. Come here. He's such a cat. Like the quintessential dead stare. Why are you talking to me, cat? So, I don't know. I think it's interesting that Amber is trying to build her presence on TikTok, considering how young the typical TikTok demographic is. That doesn't mean only teenagers and teeny boppers are the ones on TikTok. There's clearly plenty of adults on there. Probably your grandparents are on there now too. But it's interesting that Amber is spending more time putting little clips on TikTok than she is actually working on her YouTube channel, which means currently her obsession, her focus is TikTok and not YouTube. But she has already mentioned she doesn't get paid on TikTok and she does make money off of YouTube. So in my head, you would want to spend more time on the thing that's making you money when it's your only source of income than trying to, I don't know, I guess. I don't know how you make money on TikTok. I think you have to get sponsors. I don't think TikTok gives you money, but there it is. I've rambled a bit too long about TikTok now.
Of like how you look on camera versus real life. So if you guys want to go look at that, go look at that. I've been loving TikTok again. I don't know.
There's a trick you can do with two mirrors that's supposedly supposed to show you what other people see, how other people see you. Like how they actually, their eyeballs perceive you, not like what they think of you. So I'll have to look that one up. That was what was that? Mr. Wizard's episode. I'm dating myself.
I go through moments where it's like I can't stop posting on there, and then like
we've noticed
for like a year.
We've noticed that too.
I'm taking advantage of it now, and you guys should too. But yeah, y'all, it's finally happened. Above my bed here, no more pictures on the wall. It's very sad.
Aren't those the ones Becky
we still have to take off these guys. And then above my TV, we also had some paintings that are also now taken off the wall. Wow. Y'all, look at this car. I love me a Jeep, and I love cow print.
Dude, if I ever get a Jeep, it's going to be grape purple. And I'm really torn. Like, I've always wanted a Jeep. Always wanted a Jeep. But now I'm in love with the Jeep trucks. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to set, like, a personal goal for myself to, like, get a Jeep of some variety in the next 2 years. I feel like that's a reasonable goal. And it's going to be that grape purple. If I have to get it painted, it's going to be the grape purple. Hey, Kroger. Hi, Miss Kroger.
I'm just not so sure that they go together. I mean, you know what? I don't even have a car. I shouldn't be talking shit. Okay, so we're currently at Marshall's because I need to buy a suitcase because I'm going to be living out of a suitcase for a little bit. So
you're at Marshall's in the dead of the night.
That's what we're doing.
Okay. Marshall's closes at like 9, so.
All right, so found the suitcases. This one's kind of cute, but she looks a little small. I also really like this one as well.
Buy the orange one. Buy the orange one. I demand that the orange one be bought. Hey, somebody's been shoplifting. Look at that. The little... Someone's been shoplifting. Where's wifey? Did Jay just like drop her off and then was like, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Meet me outside. Kind of like how your mom used to do at the mall.
All right, I found her. This is the one, folks. Let's do it. So it took a total of like 5 minutes to decide.
God, she makes me seasick sometimes.
Not bad.
Is that Jade?
All right, so we also went to Home Depot and got a bunch of boxes. I forgot to film in there, but we needed boxes for like the TV and pictures and paint.
How many TVs do you own? Oh, I see. It's TV/pictures. Gotcha.
Like okay, so since I haven't uploaded in so long, and I uploaded a vlog literally today, I know there is a lot of questions.
And then I took another week off and posted this video a week later, even though I filmed it the exact same day as I filmed it.
So I just want to really quickly answer some of the like most hot questions that I see. And just answer them really quickly. Just fast paced. We don't need to get into any of the...
She's been sweating. Yeah, she looks like she's been working out. Like, not like working out, but she's been doing something that's caused her to start sweating. So
let's do it. First question is, are you still doing OMAD? And the answer is no.
No. Who would have seen that coming? No one could have seen that coming.
I'm not right now. Next question is, when is the last time you...
No explanation though. I guess there was no follow-up clarifying question. So that's cool.
I actually have not weighed myself Oh God, I know for sure it's been at least like 10 days, maybe more. So a lot of people were asking,
maybe more.
Where's the hickey from? Which is kind of going away. They're from Feline, which brings me to the next question.
They? There's only one. Oh, but I paused right before the juicy gossip. Thing about the hickey. I know there's a lot of people that don't believe it's a hickey. Like, some people were saying it was like a yeast infection from her choker. A couple of people are speculating about vacuum cleaners, but okay. But some people are trying to say that it's some kind of like skin rash or skin condition because Amber. I don't know. I don't feel like it's an odd place for anything to be, because it's, oh, somebody was saying like it's like an impression from where her chin's been sitting on her. Do you realize like even my double chin doesn't reach like that? So
we're asking, are we still hooking up? Yes, we are. And a lot of people are also confused of like, who are you in love with? Like, what's happening? Are you in love with the person you talked about on your last live stream? And yes, that is who it is. The last question is, how did Feline find out that you were in love with someone else? Well, she figured it out.
How did Feline find out that you were in love with somebody else? She watched your live stream or any of the videos that you post talking about how you're in love with somebody else. Why do we pretend like Feline lives in some kind of alternate universe where there is no Amber?
She said that she could tell, and I'm not gonna lie to her. So I was honest and I said, yeah. So yeah, that's everything. Hello, I'm currently using you guys for a mirror, so.
Well, you are using us, that is for sure. I still don't like this color, you guys. I'm so sorry. I am the queen of the dirty paws.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay, I try to put my lipstick on like that and it does not work for me. I don't know how y'all do that. Like, I have to go and get an actual mirror and actually do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. I've even tried using just like the camera on my phone, and it's so weird.
It's actually been a few days.
It's actually been. I got one over on you guys. I'm totally so much better than you guys.
Since I last filmed, so that clip was from a few days ago, and since then I actually got pretty sick. It wasn't like a cold or a flu or anything. It was a massive gallbladder attack that lasted for over 24 hours.
I was wondering when the gallbladder was going to come back. I did say, did I not, in at least the last 2 readings that I have done, have I not said there's going to be a health issue? And it's going to be something sudden, and it's going to be something that she already knew about.
And I figured something like this was going to happen due to my rapid weight loss recently. Like, in 3 weeks, I lost over 30 pounds. And yeah, so I figured something like that was going to happen.
So she did OMAD for 3 weeks. Now we know that she lost 15-ish pounds, within the first 2 weeks or something like that. So she's claiming now that she lost 15 pounds in 1 week. I don't know. To sit down and do the actual math on that one, but sure, Dan.
I did fall back into like a little bit of an old habit, which I feel like I probably did. So the mixture of that and like yo-yo dieting, and it was bad. I was like,
there's a lot of studies out right now that are showing that yo-yo dieting is not actually that bad for you. What is it called? Metabolic confusion is actually good because that's more natural for the body. Because there would be times of famine and times plenty and times where you would have access to a lot of carbs and times where you would have access to a lot of protein. They wouldn't necessarily coincide. So apparently idea of yo-yo dieting is actually not unhealthy for you. And in the long run, any damage that yo-yo dieting might do is not as bad as the long-term damage of severely overweight or morbidly obese. So I just thought that was an interesting little revelation to have read on the internet.
Vomiting the whole 9 yards. My gallbladder is feeling so much better, but now I'm just like super sore from like.
I want to slow her down a lot though, and I want to start watching her like body language, because again, I've been watching Shivvy Pop again. I miss Shivvy Pop, but it sounded like there in the last couple videos that Shivvy put out that she was not doing so hot. So I really hope that wherever Shivvy Pop has gone to, that she's doing much, much better. because her videos were great. I really enjoyed her sense of humor, and I just in general wish her the best. Now, granted, she hasn't put anything out in like 4 years, so I know I'm probably, you know, Johnny come lately to the party, but I hope everything's good, is what I'm saying.
Using the muscles that I don't usually use. So
checking yourself out in the viewfinder.
But I did want to vlog today because it's been a hot minute. Let y'all know that today is
checking yourself out in the viewfinder. Checking yourself out in the viewfinder.
The lease.
Okay. Now, since I've mentioned it, Shivvy Pop has these regions marked out for Amber. Somebody was like, oh, we have to have a baseline reading for Amber before you can start using body language. I know that. Shivvy Pop has 3 to 4 years worth of videos that you can watch of her establishing a baseline of Amber's body language. So I'm pretty comfortable using that. Also, I've been watching Amber for quite a while. So as far as her baselines, I'm not an expert, but I'm comfortable with them. Anyway, Shivvy Pop mentions that there's this lie factory that Amber likes to go into, and Shivvy just called it that. It's a eye movement that Amber does when she's being deceptive. Maybe she's not exactly lying, but she's not telling the truth, if that makes sense. Now, it is different than when she's looking up and when she's looking down, which are two different things. It's more when her eyes cut straight across like this. And one of the things Shivvy pointed out is that you have to keep in consideration the tilt of Amber's head when you're following the eye movements, because sometimes when your head's in a different angle, it looks like you're looking somewhere where you're actually not. I would think if it becomes that difficult of a discernment that you either need to back it up and slow it way down like Shivvy will do, or chalk it up to being too ambiguous to be useful. So there's that. I stopped that because I'm almost positive this is the laugh factory here.
Like officially signed it for my new place, which is crazy.
Okay, and that was the Life Factory.
Also, I signed the mover agreement, which means everything is set in stone. Like, a lot of people ask, how are you really doing? And
now this is, I don't think this is the lie factory exactly, but this is where she goes when she starts making shit up. So it's not, I guess you could call it lying. But she also goes here when she's telling an actual story and she's like trying to keep track of it. So it's not necessarily where she goes to lie, but it is where she goes to make up details. You know, sometimes when you're telling a story, you like have to like, you know, you're like, how much of the story do I tell people? That's kind of the same thing, which means it's not necessarily a deceptive eye movement, but I have noticed personally that when Amber is lying and when she's making up a story, this is where she goes. This is where her eyes go to do that. She also gets this incredibly neutral brow look. Like her face goes quite neutral while she's looking down and making shit up. And I think that's because there's no emotion attached to it yet. So she doesn't have a micro expression to go along with it because she hasn't decided what's going to happen. Like, am I upset? Am I happy? What am I doing here? So she hasn't decided how she's going to act yet. So she doesn't show any emotion. So her face is in its neutral position.
Sometimes it's hard for me to like find the actual word to pinpoint how I'm feeling. And today I really tried to like focus on like, how do I feel about?
Okay. See, dang it. Can I back it up to the point? Her eyes went through it so fast. Hang on. Bum, 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 bum.
I think it's set in stone. Like, a lot of people ask.
That's her life actor. She just rolled into it.
What are you really
She's
doing?
Making shit up.
And
Live factory. Making
sometimes
shit up.
it's hard for me to like find the actual word to pinpoint.
And I mean, that could be it. She could literally she's going through a Rolodex of words trying to figure out which one she's going to use.
Feeling.
Okay, so this is when it happens. She rolls her eyes. Live factory snaps back. Going back into the Lie Factory. There she is. She's in it solidly there.
Really tried to
checking herself out. Now she's actually looking at the camera. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Her eyes are up. Do you see how her eyes are going up? This is different. I just wanted to show it to you guys.
How do
I just wanted you guys to see the difference between that and her straight across. Anyway, back to reality. Up to ghost gravity. If you haven't watched Shivvy Pop and you're still fence-sitting about the body language thing, you should go watch Shivvy Pop and make your decision then. Start with her older video or her 3-year-old videos, 3-4-year-old videos. Anyway, if you're still fence-sitting about the body language, you should go watch Shivvy Pop's videos. Not only does she break the body language, Amber specifically body language down, she also explains it a lot better than I do.
Just everything that's going on right now, and
making shit up.
I think I'm numb.
Okay.
I just feel like life is like happening around me, and
making shit
things
up.
are obviously happening to me, but I don't feel like they're actually happening to me. It just feels kind of like I'm just watching it all happen.
If Amber was not Amber and she was someone else, I would be saying, oh, you're describing disassociation, which I'm sure is what Amber's trying to do. She's trying to describe disassociation because she doesn't want to come out and say that she's disassociating because she doesn't want people to call her out for being self-diagnosing again. So if Amber wasn't her, if Amber was anybody else, I'd be like, oh, okay, you're describing a disassociative, situation. But it's Amber. So she probably Dr. Googled something and now she's like, oh, I have to disassociate. Okay, so what happens when you disassociate? And then she did a half-assed search on Google. And so now she's just saying the things that she thinks she needs to say to make us all think, oh, dissociative episode.
It's not actually happening to me. I don't know how to explain it. It's really confusing and hard to explain, but kind of like maybe an out-of-body experience a little bit.
I know there's people who watch me that understand what I'm saying here and understand what a disassociative episode feels like. So I know there are other people who are going to be picking up on this as well. If you haven't had one, good for you. I'm glad.
I just don't feel like I'm 100% like present because I think I am deep down just so stressed with so many different layers of my life right now. And I just like, it makes me feel overwhelmed. And so I think I'm like subconsciously like numbing myself. I don't know.
Subconsciously lying and making shit up.
No, it's weird. Maybe when I'm actually there, moved in, and everything is completely different, I think then it might actually hit me.
The other thing that she's doing that tells me that she's being dishonest isn't just that she keeps going over here into her Lie Factory and then looking down into her makeup factory. She's making way too much eye contact. I know that sounds weird, but if you clock Amber's eye contact with the camera in any normal conversation that she's having where she's not trying to convince us of something that isn't necessarily true, you will notice that she doesn't really make that much like direct eye contact with the camera. She will look at the camera and she will look in the viewfinder and will occasionally make dead on eye contact with the camera, but it's never like sustained. It's like a natural, normal thing. Like how often do you have a conversation with somebody and you just stare them the hell down? Okay. You don't. Wow, I've got dark eyes. Woo. Mama needs some sleep. But when she's desperate to convince us of something that she's not entirely truthful of, she does this direct, or she's lecturing us because we've done something to make her mad. She does this direct, blank eye contact. So, and watching Mr. Snowflake, the very first episode of his Shaped by the Algorithm, she's been doing this for 10 years.
It might actually feel like it's happening to me because right now it's just like low-key doesn't. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So this is just me and
she's so quirky. No one has ever experienced emotions or a situation or an episode like that before.
thinking
Only Amber.
zone. I was doing like one meal a day with like maybe a small snack at night, and I think
she's so lying. Let's start this one over again. I'm sorry.
He doesn't. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So this is just me in my thinking zone.
You mean your lying zone?
Doing like one meal a day with like maybe a small snack at night, and I think I want to go back to doing that. But I think I want to eat my one meal a day on camera, so it just keeps me accountable.
So you want to go back to the mukbangs? Okay.
I eat on camera. I do eat a lot slow.
She eats slower when she eats on camera, you guys. She doesn't choke on the potatoes anymore.
In my real life.
She eats incredibly fast on camera. Like, people comment on how fast she eats on camera. If that is her eating slowly, good Lord, woman.
And I'm able to just like enjoy my food more when I do that. So it's definitely a thought that I'm having. Let me know what you guys think.
It's an impulse that I'm having. By the way, let me know what you guys think so that when it screws up or something goes wrong or I start getting heat for it, I can blame the audience and I don't have to take personal responsibility for it. Again, something she's been doing for 10 years. Her channel is 10 years old in a month. Like a full-on month in November. It's insane.
Send me some Instagram DMs. I know a lot of people...
She really doesn't want you to send her DMs.
Eat with me videos. A lot of people say that they're comforting.
No one has told you that. Look at her. Girl, no one has said that.
Which I love that. I love that I can be a comfort to people.
I don't even need to explain what happened there. Other than the bold-faced lie, she doesn't even believe it herself. She's actually mad that she isn't a comfort to people. This is not the face of someone who's actually happy about anything, actually. So, as putting on my anthropology hat, I have said from the beginning that Amber has always wanted to be a mukbang channel. Now, has she wanted to be that for 10 years? No. Originally, I think she just wanted to be a lifestyle vlog, and she wanted people to watch her and like her and be inspired by her because she was so awesome, and she did the lifestyle vlogs showing people how awesome she was. But for 10 years, she's been doing failure after failure after failure. And it's really interesting. It really is interesting. If you haven't watched Mr. Snowflake's Shaped by the Algorithm, you really should. My next point was... So I would say since the Becky era, Amber has desperately wanted to make a hard shift from a weight loss channel to a mukbang channel. And we know that from the amount of mukbangs that she has done. And we know that also, like, halfway through the Becky era, while they were still living with Eric and Ricky, Amber did this thing where she started doing her Eat With Me videos, and they were healthy mukbangs. And we just got reminded of that in the Abby Sharp video that I did, where Abby is desperately trying to tell us that Amber eats like a healthy, normal person and that she's only fat because, magic. I don't like Abby Sharp, if you haven't picked up on that one. And so it sounds like Amber's going to try to make a hard pivot back into her Eat With Me videos, which is just her rebranding the mukbang. Now, one thing I will give Abby, very begrudgingly, Amber's mukbangs, as disgusting as they can be, because I freaking hate watching people eat, she doesn't tend to do the massive amounts of food. And when I think of it, I think of like Nikocado avocado. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, who would just do like these just obnoxious amounts of food. And I know that there are other mukbang channels that do the same thing. I don't watch any of them, but the clips and things that I see randomly, there's always some ridiculous amount of food in front of them. Amber typically does like a mono meal kind of a thing. It's still a very large portion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that her meal size is small, but it does tend to be a meal, like just a meal. Except for that one time where she tried to convince us that a small fry, a McDouble, and I think she got like a McFlurry or something, was a binge. Okay. Oh no, she got chicken nuggets, like a 5-piece or 6-piece chicken nugget or something like that. Whatever. So you got the BTS meal. Anyway, I think it's interesting. I was wondering how long it was going to take for Amber to get back into doing eating on camera videos, like blatant eating on camera videos, because she's never been able to not eat on camera. It's unusual for her to not have some kind of clip in her videos where she's shoving something into her mouth and going, and trying to convince us how good it is and all that. Dude, she sounds like the things from the Dark Crystal. I hate those things. I had nightmares about those things. Anyway, it has been, I don't know, I'm going to have to go back and do the math on the timeline, but it's been a few months since Amber has done a full-on Eat With Me / mukbang video, and I think it's interesting that she's going to go forward and start doing it, because she's going to do it whether the audience tells her to or not, because this is the thought that this is the impulse that she's having right now. Also, she knows that that's going to make her a ton of money, because those are the ones that always make her more money. I'm sure if I ate on camera, for some reason, those would be the more popular videos on my channel, because people be weird. But we are for sure going to be entering a new mukbang saga, so that'll be very interesting to watch. She's not in check anymore with wifey. She doesn't have that live-in girlfriend to impress anymore, because that first year of her and wifey's relationship, she was on her better behavior because she was still love bombing wifey, and she's clearly on the prowl again because new boo has already run the opposite direction, and run, new boo, run. So there's that. But my point is she doesn't have anybody in the house to keep her in check, because it definitely seems like Jade's been like, nah, I'm out. You do you. I'll drive you to Marshall's. I'll help you buy boxes. That's it. We're done. So anyway.
It's also really comforting to me, especially now that I'm going to be living by myself. I'm going to be eating all my meals by myself for the most part. And that's actually very sad.
She's convinced she's going to live by herself. I'm here for it. I really am here for it. I really think Amber needs to live by herself and realize how much effort it takes to take care of herself. I really do. I don't think she understands A, how high maintenance she is, and B, how much effort goes into just taking care of yourself on a daily basis. Not like just waking up and like taking a shower and going to the bathroom and brushing your teeth and all that kind of crap, but like all of the little nitty gritties. There's not going to be anybody to go buy her things when she needs them bought. Nobody's going to like bring her something from across the room, you know, that kind of stuff. Like if she lays down in bed and she suddenly wants a drink, she can't holler through the house asking for a drink. She's going to have to get her butt up, go get the glass, fill it up herself, and then decide if she's going to drink it there or take it back to the bed. Not that I've ever done that. So I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like when Amber is the only person responsible for taking care of herself.
I can't eat with my little baby girl right here. Hi. Y'all need to go follow my TikTok, because I have been posting on there kind of like crazy.
Why is she hyping the TikTok? I mean, maybe she is obsessed with it right now, and maybe that's just like her current fixation. She does do that. But what is the motive here? That face. There you go. But see, ain't even here. Here she's pretending, because I remember this is some sassy, poorly lip-synced video, but even here she's got the dupers. She's got a little bit of a smile going on. Even this only goes down so far before it comes back up. Like, this is what it looks like when she's faking being disappointed.
I'm having the time of my life. I'm not going to be over here lying to you. It's just really fun to just like lip sync and dance and memorize fun quotes or sayings. I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun over there. You definitely need to follow me. Okay? A rarity cat with 2 Ys. Go to.
This is the one where it's like what you look. Is this the one where it's what you look like in real life versus what you look like on camera?
Hello, hello. So it is the next day. We're actually about to go to the vet to get Twinkie more medicine because, as you guys know, she suffers with joint pain because she is a smaller dog. They said it's because she's smaller, plus around age 10 is when this starts to happen, and she's 10, folks. Yeah, it breaks my heart. So we're gonna go get medicine for her and then come right back home and give it to her. So it just makes me really sad to see her like this.
So the dog ran out of medicine and you're now refilling it? Okay, thanks for letting that one slip. I had an old cat, lived to be 21. I'm very proud of it. I had to put him on pain meds. Let me tell you what, giving a geriatric cat a pill is one of the most traumatizing things I've had to do it as an adult. Goddamn cat. Anyway, I never let his prescription run out, ever. Much to his dismay. That cat never, once he got put on that prescription, the only time I ever took him off was when he had a procedure done and they had him on a different medication. And that was the only time he came off his prescription, and he went right back on the damn thing as soon as he was cleared too. I don't take that kind of crap lightly. So sorry about my pointer hanging out on the screen there.
They said it's going to be ready in about 30 minutes. It's about 15 minutes away. So hello. Hi. It is the next day.
Hi.
Already. Again, I didn't vlog anything yesterday, but we went and got...
I really like, I don't know if this is a shirt or a dress, but I really like this on her. It's a good color for her. Not on her lips, though.
As soon as we got home, and she's already feeling better. So
imagine that. The dog takes its prescription and the medicine takes effect and the dog feels better. Huh. It's almost like if you took your prescription regularly, like it's prescribed, it's almost like the medicine works. It's so weird. I wonder if that works on people or if it's just something that happens to dogs.
That medicine works like a charm. They want her to only take it a couple times a week, but if we notice that she's like getting better and stuff, they don't want her to like continue taking it.
She's got both her earbuds in this time,
but
guys.
I noticed whenever...
Why are you putting foundation on after your... Am I crazy? Does she already have her eyes done? It looks like she's got blush on and it looks like she's got lipstick on. And like her eyes look good, like they're freshly done. Why is she putting foundation on? I just assumed she was putting foundation on. Maybe she wasn't.
She stops taking it for a little bit. She starts to be in pain again, so...
She doesn't stop doing anything. The dog has no agency in whether or not it takes or doesn't take the medicine, other than it's stubborn and won't actually swallow the pill. Pilling ancient animals is the reason why it's traumatizing is because you got to get the pill inside of them somehow. They'll fight you on it and you don't want to hurt them and you're afraid that you will because they're old and they're fragile, but you got to get them to take the pill. It's very traumatizing. Anyway, my point is the dog doesn't have any agency over whether the dog is taking the pill or not. You do. So if the dog isn't taking her medicine the way the doctor prescribed it to her, that's a you problem, not the dog.
I did tell the vet, and the vet said, okay, maybe we should just stick to her being on it for longer than we thought. So my move-in date is...
I don't think I've ever seen somebody put blush on like that. It does explain why her blush looks the way it does.
The movers are coming soon. So today I'm going to be super focused on getting...
Playing with your hair? Wow. What are you super focused on?
Rooms in my apartment, like done and completed. So today I'm actually going to focus on the bedroom. It's probably going to take me a few hours. So I'm going to be super hyper focused on that. So I do want to apologize because I know I've been super distant.
Can you say super a few more times?
Very distant. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I just have a lot going on up here. And yeah, I've been filming TikToks because it's like an outlet a little bit. Anyway.
I've been filming TikToks because doing my job isn't as fun as making the TikTok.
I really want to try to upload more for you guys.
There is no try. Do or do not. It's not like there's like it's not like it's a basketball game and like to upload the video you have to shoot a basket, but like Michael Jordan is playing defense and just jumps up and blocks it right out of your hands. It's not, there's no chance. It's you either do it or you don't. And you clearly don't care right now. I mean, look at her. Remember earlier when she was like, I really like that everybody sees my Eat With Me videos and enjoys them. And she had like this complete upset look on her face. This is completely different. She's supposed to be feeling upset right now. She's supposed to be she's telling us how upset she is that she doesn't post more regularly because reasons. And here she's smiling. Her eyebrows are up. Her eyes are upturned. You know, the corners of her eyes are upturned. She's not upset at all. She's actually pretty damn pleased with herself. Wonder if I can get those side by side. Maybe I can. Hang on. Okay. Trying to figure out how I'm going to point, because I can see my pointer, but y'all can't see my pointer. So, how am I going to do this? Well, okay. So this picture here, this is her right after she said, I really love that people like my Eat With Me videos and that they've missed them. The pinching of the lips here, the downward look. See how her eyebrows are kind of down a little bit. Her head in general is tilted down. Now, granted, she is standing in the bathroom and she's leaning on I think she's in the bathroom, but she's leaning on a counter, so I'm assuming she's in the bathroom. That's usually where she goes to lecture us. So there's that. The hairstyle is identical. The only thing different is she doesn't have her choker on, as far as I can tell. The shirt might be covering that up, but you know, look at the downward cast of the eyes. This isn't up. The crinkle in her eye isn't up. Her cheekbones are in like a neutral position. And just overall the downturn of the mouth. And this, you can't really see it. The, how do I do this? This right here. I can't really do it. She's got the lines that come down from her nose through her cheek here. And then her mouth comes down. There we go. Then her mouth comes down. But then there's like a dimple here. Work with me. Okay. That downturn part of the mouth is usually one that's like a sign of disgust or just a sign of displeasure, that kind of a thing, when married with other things. And Shivvy Pop does talk a lot about clusters. So you can't just look at one thing, which is why I keep pointing out the downward tilt, the way that her mouth is all down, and the downward cast of the eyes, and also the eyebrows. All right. This is the video. This is the picture right after she tells us how sorry she is and how disappointed in herself that she is that she can't bother to post on YouTube, but she's posting on TikTok because reasons. Her eyebrows are up. Now, keep in mind, her head is tilted up, but that's important too. Her head's tilted up. Her eyebrows are up. Her eyebrows are raised. Her eyes are closed right now, but there's a crinkle here. Her cheeks are higher because she's smiling. How do you even do that? It's like when you're trying not to full on smile and you're like, you know, but your cheeks still go up. She does have a downward tip, but these are smile lines. Do you see how it's actually going up? She's actually smiling and she's in a happy position. You guys, I'm so sorry that I can't be bothered to put a video up. Kind of a thing. So this is different. Like, she actually doesn't like that people haven't liked the fact that she hasn't been doing her Eat With Me videos. Nobody's requested these and no one's going to request them. And here, she doesn't give a shit that we haven't seen a video from her in over a week, even though she's been sitting on this video for a week. She doesn't care. These are two different... This is what she should have looked like when she was like, yeah, I appreciate that people like my Eat With Me's. And this is what she should have looked like when she was saying, I'm sorry that I haven't been putting out videos. All right? Anyway, we don't have much left of this, so let's get it over with.
From YouTube, very distant, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I just have a lot going on up here, and yeah, I've been filming TikToks because it's like an outlet a little bit. Anyways, I really want to try to upload more for you guys because I miss y'all and I miss talking. And yeah. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually gonna end this vlog. I've been super busy with my room and stuff today. I also want to say, because I mentioned my TikTok, my cheeks are so red because I've been just doing a lot. But I mentioned my TikTok in this vlog, and some people are like, why doesn't the lip syncing add up for me? It's because I wear AirPods, and in turn,
because you're bad at it. What are your AirPods?
when you wear AirPods, when you make TikToks, there's like a glitch. So
don't wear your earpods when you make a TikTok. How is it that you can't manage it, but like literally everyone else can, or at least the large majority of people can? She does not like that she's getting criticism for her
really
TikToks.
sad because like when I watch it back with my AirPods, it's perfectly fine.
Is it though? She's desperately trying to convince us that it's
Beautiful.
Okay.
Because I do put effort and time into obviously the lip syncing part because it's so fun to me.
I do put effort and time into my TikToks. Oh shit, I'm supposed to say that about YouTube.
But like,
yeah,
you don't
she just caught herself.
It looks weird. Ugh. So I might have to stop filming the TikToks with these. Anyways, I hope that you guys.
How about you just stop filming the TikToks and work on your YouTube channel? I mean, clearly you don't need to post every week, month, year, and you still make a crap ton of money because you're not bothered by it at all. But I would just think if it was my sole source of income, I would be a little bit more concerned about, like, clearly she doesn't care about the quality of the videos, and apparently neither does the audience because I just sat here and watched this. But that's kind of my point. She can put out crap videos multiple times a week. People will still watch. She'll still make money off of it. She can't even be bothered to do that. But she can spend however long it takes to make a freaking TikTok lip sync video badly and then get offended that people call her out on the fact that the quality of the lip syncing is bad. Keep in mind, she just posted this video urging us all to go to her TikTok. So the influx of followers that she's going to get after this video hasn't happened yet. So these are people who have been watching her, I guess, organically, or who subscribed to her before this video. So this isn't even criticism from people watching this video. This is criticism from people who have already been following her and already been watching her videos. What does she think's going to happen now? So anyway,
did enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
She doesn't care if we enjoyed it. She doesn't care if we enjoyed it or not.
You guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Yeah, she does. She gives no shits if we liked it or not because she knows we're going to watch it one way or the other. And I can't argue with her because I sat here and just made a 40-minute video off of her 10-minute video. So anyway, all right. There's not really a whole lot to say that I didn't say during the video. And honestly, aside from just kind of watching her body language and kind of calling out the BS as we see it, there's not really a whole lot to analyze right now. She's in transition, and we know that. And it's clear that she's in transition because she's not putting out material. And I honestly think the reason why she's not putting out the material is because she's moving. Okay. This might have even been set to go out today. You know, what do you call it? Scheduled to go out today. So she may be in the process of moving. Somebody was doing the math, and I think around this time is when she should be moving anyway. She has been really good about not telling us anything about the move, honestly. So we don't even really know what the date is. And since my rune readings have been so incredibly accurate of late, I don't know. I am predicting that she's going to be having some issues with the move itself on her end. So that should be pretty interesting to find out. I'm sure she'll make a video and let us know. The really interesting thing for me, honestly, has been her pushing her TikTok. She's really pushing her TikTok. She really wants her audience to either transition over to TikTok and follow her over there, or she wants to have us do both. I'm not a huge fan of TikTok, and the only person I'm really watching on TikTok is Jordan Underwood, and that's because they quit posting on YouTube, and I'm invested at this point. I've seen a couple of Amber's TikToks via Alex's Shook, and they're just, it's like watching the teenagers, the teeny boppers. I'm watching the kids set up their cameras in the middle of busy areas. Literally, I've watched them do this. I didn't know what they were doing, so I was the old person standing there watching them. But they're setting up their cameras on like the grocery store basket or just, you know, on a tree or something. I don't know. But then they're in the middle of this very public space. They're doing their little TikToky dances. I know I screwed that up. Anyway, but it's that kind of crap. And it's just, when you're watching a 13-year-old do it, you're just kind of like, 13-year-olds. I remember being a stupid 13-year-old. When you're watching a 30-year-old do it, it's cringy. Especially a 30-year-old who doesn't leave the house. Like ever. Like ever. I have friends who have legit agoraphobia who leave the house more than Amber does. Just putting that out there. So, oh, also the disassociative, but I'm not going to say the word disassociative incident episode. I will not be terribly surprised if Amber doesn't come out in another few weeks or whenever she makes her comeback and starts telling us how she has disassociation. And for those of you who know what disassociation is, I mean, I guess she could have it. I guess. The problem with Amber is she's claimed to have so many different things wrong with her over the 10 years that she's been on the internet that it's impossible to know. Also, she's never been diagnosed with it as far as we know, or any of the disorders that she actually has. She's never been diagnosed with most of it. So there's that. My point is you can't believe her. And also, since she refuses to do anything to help herself, I'm one of those people that, like, you can only offer help to somebody so many times before you just have to wash your hands of the situation. So if you've made it this far, go ahead and leave a clock emoji down in the comments section, since we're talking the TikToks. Also, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead and leave that down in the comments section. And I mean, it was more entertaining than the glitter and lasers video that I watched. So there is that. So I guess props. And that should tell you how boring the glitter and lasers video I just watched is. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all of my members. Y'all rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the like button. And if you've made it this far, you may as well subscribe, because you're just going to come back anyway. So wouldn't you like to know when I drop a new video? And then also don't forget to leave a clock down in the comments section. Leave a comment. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.